Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is James from Crenshaw Central Gaming, and I am going to be doing my first video ever, and probably one of the longest series you will ever see on YouTube as we play Dead Island. Dead Island is one of my favorite games I have ever played. I actually own this game on 4 different occasions, and it took me to probably about this time last year before I actually figured out what I was doing wrong to play while I was playing this game. Now we're gonna go in. We're gonna start a brand new game. I have beaten this game a handful of times. There are 4 characters you can play as in this particular one. When you get into Riptide, which is the next one in the series, which I'm hoping to do a walkthrough of it too, there's 5. But in this game here, you can play with Logan, who is a throwing expert. You can play with Perna, who is a firearm expert. Both of them have decent health and speed, but their stamina is not really all that great. You can play with Zion, who is a sharp weapon expert, whose health ain't the best in the world, but her speed and stamina is decent. Or you can play with Sam, who is a blunt weapon expert, and his health is the best of all of them, but all their speeds are about the same, and his stamina is not really all that great. I have beaten the game, I don't know, 5 or 6 times with Sam. So we're going to go and play the game with Zion. I like the sharp weapons. So this is the route we're going to go. And when we start the game,
My father was a...
the game begins in a hotel room on the island of Benoy, where the character you're playing as is waking up from I assume, a long night of partying. Now we're going to take a quick look through the room. There'll be stuff in most of these rooms we're going to want to pick up. But the only thing that's in this room that we're going to want is in here in the bathroom, where we see a medium med kit. We're going to go ahead and pick that bad boy up, and we're going to come to the door, and we're just going to walk right out. And when we do, we see our destination change. They want us to go down that side of the hallway, but before we do that, we're going to make a about face. We're going to come in here, and we see a suitcase, we see a couple of cabinet doors, and we see a dresser drawer here that has bolt symbols on it. Now when you see those, you can go up to them and it'll say either open or search. We're going to open each of them up.
Maybe there's something in here.
We'll find $5. We'll find a gallon of bleach. We'll find some metal scraps. We find a belt. Now, the money in this game will help you repair your weapons when you start to get them and upgrade your weapons. The other stuff will allow you to create weapons or upgrade your weapons, and we will get into that much later on in the game, in a much later episode. We see a wallet that had $14 in it. We open up this one, we got a phone. We got 2 cabinets over here we can open up that has $8. And we have another belt. Now most doors you can go up to and just hit the button and walk right in. Some of them are like this particular door where you got to throw your shoulder into it. all you gotta do is take that moving line we see there and get it to the center of that red area. If you don't get there like I didn't there, normally it takes about 2 or 3 more tries and the door opens. And when we come in here, we see another set of cabinets where we can go in and see what we got in here. We got $5 and a battery. Then $5 do add up. And we just saw another one that happened to be empty. Now, what they want us to do is they want us to open up this door. Well, obviously, the door is blocked. We ain't going to be able to open it, so we have to try to get out elsewhere. Now, before we head out, we're going to go through all these suitcases here and find out what's in these. I want to take everything I can out of there. And then we come up here and we walk straight out. Now, before I walk outside, I do want to mention that if you were playing this game along with me, what I get out of the suitcases is going to be totally different than what you will get. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to walk right out, and when we do, we get a cutscene. Okay, now as I go through and start looking at all these suitcases that are out here, grabbing whatever's in them, I want to say something about what we just saw. We saw 2 people get thrown off a balcony that is above us. We are going to see here in just a minute exactly what they were and stuff. But now they want us to come up and go to this elevator shaft, and when we get to the elevator shaft, it wants us to open up a latch. We're just going to hold the button down until the red line disappears, and then it wants us to jump into the elevator, and when we do, we get another cutscene.
I can see you through the camera. You feeling alright, mate? No shakes? Fever? Chills? Good. I'll introduce myself later. Right now, we gotta get you the hell out of there. Do exactly as I say, okay? You're gonna have to trust me. First, you need to get hold of a weapon. Search in the maintenance storage room by the end of the corridor. I would move if I were you. Now.
Okay. Before I get too big in a hurry here, there are 2 things I want to mention about
What do we have
what
here?
we saw in that particular cutscene. When the elevator was stable for just a brief moment, we saw 2 creatures come out and try to jump in the elevator with us. They are what the game calls undead, the undead. I am going to refer to them as zombies. And those are the people we have to get rid of in this game. The second thing is the voice we just heard. We are going to be introduced to him later on in this episode. But when we come over here, we see that there's a guy here that has $38. Sometimes there's a weapon there, sometimes there's not. but we're going to come
It's
over
the
here.
infected!
We're going
Run!
to
Run for the storage room!
now it's telling us we have to run because we got
Just a bit farther!
somebody's chasing us. And we get another cutscene.
The lifeguard said no. You heard what's going on out there? You won't go inside here?
I'm doing it. No! Didn't I bloody tell you?
Move. No, stop! Wait! Hey! Can you hear me? Do you understand what I'm saying? Nod your head. Nod your bloody head!
I ain't asking you again. Oh, thank God. I'm a doctor, not a bloody executioner.
Okay, when we finally come
Do you
to,
know how close we came to bash?
What the
we
hell
have
is
two
wrong with
people wanting to
you? Why don't you
beat
do
our
something?
heads in.
There's nothing
We're going to
to
get ready
fucking
to
do!
walk out the door
Help
here, and we
him.
get
Why
interrupted.
won't
dead.
anyone help him? We can't just let him die out there. He saved your life. You owe him your life.
Okay, so now we have to save someone's life. The guy who we have to save was the guy in the red shirt we saw just a moment ago, and the voice
Please. He's the
we
only one
heard.
protecting us.
You going out there? Are you nuts?
If you're not going to help him, then get the hell out of the way.
Do you at least have a weapon? You need to find a weapon.
Okay, in
Why
order
won't
for us
anyone
to
do
go
anything?
outside, they want us to find a weapon. The only weapon in this building here is this paddle here, so we're going to pick it up.
All right, but this is fucking crazy. On three. 1, 2, fuck it, 3!
Break their heads!
Let go!
And now we have the first opportunity to actually kill some zombies. What we have to do is we have to get all of them off of the guy in the red shirt, who we'll find out what his name is here in just a little bit. One thing I want y'all to notice is up there in the upper right hand corner is shows how well our weapon is, and right now mine is pretty damaged after that short little fight.
That's the last one? Okay then. Thanks, mates.
And you see Act 1, and this is where the game begins.
Are you there? Hello? Can you hear me? Shit. Hello?
We were just attacked. Listen, your friend from the hotel's awake. You were right about him being immune to this thing. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have made it. Maybe now we can hold out until help arrives.
There is no help. This thing can't be stopped. I saw how it took my wife.
You need to get out of there, and I can help you. I can arrange for transportation, by air, by sea, but first you need to get here, to me.
I have many sick and injured here, mate. They're crazy with fear. Tell me where you are. Where are you? You there, mate? Hello? Hello? God damn it. It was touch and go with you for a
And y'all,
while.
that's going to do it for
Getting
this
better.
episode. As you see on the screen there, flashed up that I leveled up. I'll explain what that is in the next episode. But before I end this one, I do want to apologize for the language in this game. It doesn't reflect in any way who I am or what I stand for. But just like most video games nowadays, I mean, it's gonna have some dirty language. But this is James from Crenshaw Central Gaming saying
Just touch
thank
and
you
go
for
with you for a
watching
while.
and come back next time as we start Act 1 as we travel through the island of Benoit and talk to John Cinemoy on Dead Island.